We are finally entering a dungeon after many levels of sad gear pulls. And I only have one thing to hope for: better loot. Maybe this could make up for the great loss that has persisted until this very moment. Is this my luck? I just take all of the bad luck out of everyone else? For those of you wondering, I've been doing a WoW challenge for which I arbitrarily made up rules. The rules are simple. I can't die. No way. I have to equip everything I pick up. Hey, I mean, at least it looks better. And it's self-found, which means I have to be fully self-sufficient. Now that we have the rules out of the way, let's get to the meat and potatoes of the story. When leveling, you run into many different quests. Some require you to kill mobs, others you need to deliver items to other quest givers halfway across the world. That will be a while. And normally, they grant a decent amount of XP. Which brings me to my absolute least favorite quest in Ashenvale, Bathrin's Hair. Not only does this quest give garbage XP for the amount of work you have to do, not at all worth 775 XP, but it also is nearly impossible to complete. Let me tell you why. This quest requires you to collect a particular plant by the name of Bathrin's Hair, which, according to Night Elf legend, has healing properties. And he needs this to heal his daughter? I don't really know. I wasn't really paying attention. But since Blizzard loves having players fight in nearly every quest they can, they decided to put some random lore about Forsaken taking over the only place in the world where these plants grow. And if you think there's some other reason, let's consult WoW Wiki. According to WoW Wiki, these Forsaken are only there for, let's see here, malicious purposes? Because of course, why not? In order to complete this quest with awful gear, I had to be well above the standard level for the quest. 4 levels, to be precise, because these Forsaken hit hard, and they can stun you. Which means you can't do anything to stop them while you succumb to the sweet embrace of death. But we can't die that easily, because we have level 60 waiting for us. And I will get there, but I'll need a lot of time. Oh yeah, and did I mention that these plants are nearly impossible to find? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Literally took me over 10 minutes to find some of them. Wow. That's so visible. To top off this wonderful experience, the guy who gave me the quest couldn't even use the plant at all. How do I still have a quest then? Rohguy went on to complete various other quests in Westfall, Red Ridge, and Stone Talon Mountains, before attempting to create a group for the next dungeon, Shadowfang Keep. Shadowfang Keep is home to a self-exiled mage struggling with magical dysfunction, Archmage Arugal. He overcompensates this problem by using other magical devices, like his big wand. He fiddled too much with magic unknown to him, to the point of an awful climax, which birthed the Worgen race. Wolf-like beasts originating from Azeroth's dreamland, sent by Arugal to protect his home from encroaching threats. But once the enemies had ceased, Worgen began feasting on his own people, infecting many. When Arugal had noticed the damage they had done to his kingdom, he called all Worgen to follow him to this abandoned castle, now named Shadowfang Keep due to its newest residents. And that's where our hero comes in. I, similar to most players, had no idea any of this was happening. Yeah, this is strange. So, as warriors do, I decided to kill everything in sight, regardless of its story. Now it's time for what you've been waiting for, the epic battle between man, wolf, and an even crazier man. Right off the bat, I realize that this dungeon won't be a cakewalk, because there are a few things I need to be extremely cautious of. One being, if anyone inspects my gear even for a moment, I will be publicly shamed and kicked from the group. The embarrassment from entering the dungeon with such bad gear gets worse and worse with each level. Number 2, I recently got a 2-handed sword, for which I have to level up my skill for, since I've had about 3 levels of random one-handed weapons. Alright. Well, I guess we're doing it. Oh wait, never mind. It just sucks. Low damage means people inspect your gear, and if someone inspects your gear and it's bad, you will be publicly shamed again. The last problem is, when you're a warrior, people will often assume that you're the tank, and for obvious reasons, I'm not. However, I can dabble when the time is right, but I wouldn't count on it. Now, this dungeon is pretty easy other than a couple spots you have to keep an eye on. The first being this corridor with a ton of wolves. What you need to avoid here is, well, that. The deadlies. Oh no. Are we good? I think it's just... Oh, no, never mind. We run. Okay. Well, I guess we're running. Haha. Dang, they really know how to run. Hey. Oh, that was epic. The second difficult part of this dungeon is Archmage Arugal. This is because he has a tendency of trying to mind control your group, or certain members. So, avoid that if possible, or kill him quickly enough that it won't be a problem. But whatever you do not kill your friend if they get mind controlled. Just don't do it, unless... I'm just kidding. I'd never do that. And thus ends this chapter of Rohguy's story. Hey, that's not allowed. He outed me. 92k versus... Oh, you know, Kai and I didn't do that different damage. So, you know, could be worse. Whew. You know, I've done worse. Oh, that is a giant statue. What the hell? Wanna heal. Buffed. Buffed? There it is, boys. We got a finger. No way. That's the first time that's ever happened. We have created the group in honor of our last member, who is the previous leader, which passed away.